Hey you guys, it's Jessica. I'm finally back. I'm done with school, done with finals. I graduated Friday, and I have 3 glorious, needed weeks off. I'm so excited about that. But this video is going to finally be the questions video that I was asked to do. I'm sorry it's taken me so long. I've just been crazy busy. But yeah, I'm going to get right into it just so this video is not hella long, but y'all already know it's going to be hella long. So, first question is, how do I feel about being adopted, and when did my parents tell me I was adopted? I'm happy that I'm adopted. I am very grateful just because I know I know some of the background of what my biological mother, or about my biological mother, and I know enough to know that if I hadn't have been adopted, my life would have been a complete 360. It is hard to say that, you know, I would be in the exact place that I am today if I wasn't adopted. I kind of feel that I wouldn't be. But, yeah, if you want to know more on that, I don't mind sharing my adoption story, or my lifetime story, as my friends like to call it, just because they say it deserves a Lifetime movie. Excuse me, I'm getting over a head cold, so if I sound all stuffy and coughing, that's why. When did my parents tell me I was adopted? They told me I was really young. I have to say I was like 2 or 3, and every memory that I look back on, like my earliest memories, I have that sense of knowing that I was adopted. I don't ever have a memory not knowing, if that makes sense. So, I was like around 2 or 3, I want to say. So yeah. And that's it for those. Again, if you want to know anything else about me being adopted, I have no problems with that. Okay, all these next ones are kind of going to be about my life now, like school things and personal stuff. So, what school do you go to now? I just graduated from Florida State University. Go Seminoles. I love FSU. When are you graduating? I just graduated on Friday, December 10th at 7:30 p.m. Long as hell ceremony, but it was good. Were you involved in any extracurricular activities as an undergrad? Yes and no. I was only here, or I only attended FSU for 2 years, just because for the first 2 years for my general credits, I actually stayed home and went to community college because it was cheaper and it was just easier to do for me. But as far as like organizations or like sororities or things, no, I wasn't really participated in any of that, but the only extracurricular I had was that I work in 2 psychology research labs, and that's kind of my extracurricular activity. And I know that sounds really nerdy, but I'm a psych major. It's very dear and near to my heart, and it has helped me tremendously working in those labs, and I've gotten to see kind of like what goes on in their background, what it takes to do all of this stuff, and how, you know, research can translate into therapies to help people. So it's really cool. I really like it. What are your plans for graduate school? Well, I'm actually taking a couple semesters off just because I need it, and I don't want to go into grad school burnout, because then it's just not enjoyable at all. And also because all of my deadlines for graduate school are around December 1st. So I initially was going to go into it and just apply by December 1st, but getting all my stuff together, it was just crazy. and then trying to stay on top of classes and working, it just wasn't right. So that's why I decided to take some time off. But as far as my plans, in my brain, I'm trying to figure out if I want to apply to just master's degree programs or clinical psych programs. And, excuse me, the reason being is with master's degree programs, it takes roughly 2 years. You can take longer, you can do it in a shorter period of time. But basically, 1 year you're doing coursework, the second year you're doing work in the field, and then when you get your certificate, I basically can come out and have a job and be working and making money, which, you know, is kind of, especially in the times we are in now, is kind of pertinent to my life. As far as clinical psych goes, it's a PhD program, and basically you get your master's degree, you get your doctoral degree, and being that you're becoming a doctor, you have to do kind of internship hours or so many hours working in a psychology clinic. So you do master's, doctoral work, master's and doctoral work, and then you also do your internship as well. So basically you get everything in one nice package, but it's 7 years, and basically what they tell you if you go into a clinical psych program, make sure you want to sign your life away, because you're going to be working anywhere from 60 to 100 hours a week, basically. And because of that, clinical PhD programs are extremely competitive. I'm talking hundreds to maybe 1,000 people may apply to one school, and they only take maybe 1, 2. It's iffy that 3 people are taken. The reason being is because they pay their incoming graduate students with their grants from their research that they're doing, so they have to make sure that they're able to pay these people or give them some kind of money stipend for tuition and living and all this, because there's no way you can go through this program and work full-time and, you know, support yourself. It's just not possible. So that's why most schools, that's why it's so competitive, because most schools only take 1 or 2 people.